Hey students, it's Mr. Panza. Let's go over the 4 different types of figurative language or figures of speech that we've been talking about during our group reading time that we will now apply to a project. The 3 figures of speech that we've learned: alliteration, simile, metaphor, and personification. Let's review. First, always amazing alliteration. The reason I use that as an example is because alliteration describes using repetitive beginning sounds. It's all about the beginning sound. Like in this example here, the sneaky snake slithered slowly toward the sweet baby squirrel. All of the s sounds in sneaky, snake, slithered, slowly, sweet, and squirrel are examples of always awesome alliteration because of the beginning sound. The bare basketball court beckoned the neighborhood boys boldly. All the b sounds are examples of awesome alliteration because of the beginning sound. Silent shells soaked up the sun along the sandy shore. All examples of awesome alliteration because of the sound. You can try alliteration. Take a moment, pause the video, and think about how you could use this picture and create alliteration just by looking at a picture like this and all of its different surrounding atmospheres. Now that you've had a chance to try out alliteration, let's move on to the second figure of speech, similes. A simile compares 2 different things, one thing with another, using the words like or as right in the middle to compare those 2 different things. The student was as slow as a turtle getting his work done is an example of a simile. What is the student being compared to? Comparing the student to the speed of a turtle, trying to say that the student is not really working very quickly. The new student was as quiet as a mouse as she sat in her desk looking around the room. It's comparing a new student in school to a mouse because mice can be pretty quiet. What is the author trying to say about the new student? They're meek, they're calm, they're quiet, just like a mouse. You can take a look at this picture of dolphins and now see if you can compare the dolphins or the water to something that's totally different using like or as. Metaphors. Metaphors compare 2 unlike things just like a simile, only this time we do not use the words like or as. Life is a plane ride. The author is trying to say that life can feel like a flight on a plane with its ups, downs, twists, turns, and sometimes even turbulence. It's a metaphor because there is no like or as in the middle. If you wanted to change this metaphor to a simile, you could just say something such as, life is like a plane ride, or life is as bumpy as a plane ride would be simile examples. But when you take as and like out, you have a metaphor. Now you try your own metaphor. Take a look at this mountain and see if you can think of a metaphor comparing the mountain or the sky to something that is not like it without using like or as. Finally, we talked about personification. This is when you compare non-human objects to humans by giving those non-human objects human characteristics. This means, our example here, the tree waves its leafy arms at us as we went by. It really means that the leaves were just blowing in the wind, but it's an interesting way that authors can grab your attention by making it personified. An action word, the verb in this sentence, waved, is the personification of the tree. The lonely road called to us to come and keep it company on its journey. This means the road was empty, and the reason it's personification is because the road, which is our person, place, or thing, is being called or is calling you. A road cannot get up and actually call you. It cannot pick up a phone and call you. It cannot talk to you. We have given human qualities and characteristics to the road, which then in turn means we have personified the road in this sentence. The friendly town welcomed us gladly. What does this mean? It means that the people of the town maybe were friendly to us, but the town itself was not actually friendly. A town or a thing cannot have that human characteristic. It can't have that feeling. It can't have the emotion of being friendly towards someone. And once you add that personal human trait to something that is not human, you have created personification. Now we're going to try it out. In a project, you will receive a picture, maybe just like this. And in this picture, you are going to use all of the figures of speech: alliteration, simile, metaphor, and personification to add words to a picture of a wordless picture book. Hope you're excited.